veteran special education teacher turned advocate, and I want to tell you that I'm shaking with rage. I am so livid. I'm so mad because I have a private client who is in 9th grade who is reading on a kindergarten level. I don't understand in what world this was allowed. This is a kid who can read. Now, this is a kid who is classified and diagnosed with disabilities, right? But there's a way to work with those disabilities. But I go into high school, like multiple high schools, every week, and there's kids who are general education students who cannot read above 2nd grade. And what makes me really mad on Education TikTok is how we are blaming the kids. We have failed the kids. I just want to be clear. We have failed them as a society. It is not fair that a high school teacher is then tasked with teaching a kid how to read out of like an elementary level to a high school level. It's not possible. They don't know how to teach that. Other people have said this, right? High school teachers are content specialists usually. They know their content very deeply. At some point, you also as a special education teacher and interventionist have to go, is this going to make sense to keep teaching this person how to read, or are we just going to give them accommodations because we can't do it in school? And that's how we get adult illiterate people. And what makes me so mad on behalf of this kiddo, but on behalf of so many of the students that I've worked with over the years, is I knew when I got my middle schoolers, like when I used to teach middle school in New York, for example, I would get kiddos who were reading at the beginning of 2nd grade level, but they were 7th graders, and we would close that gap in 1 year. It took blood, sweat, and tears, a lot of collaboration with the family, additional time outside of school. We crushed it. We are mad at the kids for not knowing how to read, but we don't know how to teach them how to read. We never taught them how to read. Do you know what my client told me today? He's like, I feel so embarrassed that I don't know how to read. I was like, I'm so sorry. It must be really frustrating. He's like, it is so frustrating because everyone's constantly now trying to teach me how to read, but where was all that before? I'm like, what about your friends? He's like, a lot of my friends don't really know how to read either. He's like, it's easier to just be on my phone than try to do a thing that it just doesn't make sense. I don't know what the words are saying. I don't know. So I'm really, really mad on all the kids' behalves, and I'm disgusted with how we're blaming children for not knowing how to read. Most of the adults in this country don't know how to read above a 6th grade level. They don't. Like, I don't know if you've ever had a back and forth exchange with anyone on the internet. The majority of people are just slightly above functionally illiterate. It is on purpose in this country to keep us illiterate. And then we have these people go and vote. We put them in charge of districts. We put them in charge of educational policy. But it is not the kids' fault. They are also very frustrated. They know that they have been failed. They just don't see the point anymore.